Hi everyone, good morning and welcome back to another vlog. I've just had a bit of a lazy morning. Yesterday I was doing quite a bit of diamond painting, so this morning I wanted to get finished with that Kiki's Delivery Service painting that I've had on the go for months and months. So it's finally finished. I've attempted to film some clips of it, but it's very difficult to show how it looks without it being up on the wall yet, because it is very big. So I need to figure out how to frame that, and then I should probably do something a little more productive for the rest of the afternoon. Probably work on the K-Pop Demon Hunters artwork, but first I am probably going to kit down my diamond drills and everything. It basically means taking off the little stickers and putting my spare drills into my leftover drill containers and stuff, so that I'm ready for when I want to start my next diamond painting, which I think I've already picked out which one I want to do. I'm going to do a Margaret Morales that has all these lovely little rainbow colours and things in there. So that's just an update on what I've been doing this morning. I've got a few errands and things to run, some packages to deliver, so I will get on with that, and I will let you know how much progress I make on the K-Pop Demon Hunters artwork. Hi everyone, so it's now Tuesday, and yesterday I finished off Zoe, so I think her face is a little less muddy now, it's a little clearer, and I finished up her trousers, and I made a little start on Rumi. So I didn't get a huge amount done. It took me quite a long time actually to figure out what was going on with this hand, because I think the way I'd done it on the sketch, I don't know if it had really come across the way I wanted it to. Hold on, I'll find my reference. Yeah, here. Yeah, so this hand is kind of tricky because the fingers are bending back towards the model's face. But when I was drawing that on Rumi, it wasn't really reading like that. So I thought it might be better if the fingers are a little bit more extended with just a slight bend. Come on, Rumi, focus. Ooh. So I reworked that a little bit and needed to alter the face shape a bit because she was a bit lopsided as well, which we don't want for our superstar. So yeah, there is the girls so far. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. I'll zoom out for you. So this is the piece, how it is looking. Yeah, so there's Zoe all finished. Rumi is making a start. She needs a lot more work. And then it'll just be a case of working on Mira. So that is basically what I'm going to be doing today, or at least this morning. So I'll catch up with you later. Hey, so it is now Tuesday afternoon. I've done some progress on Rumi, not as much as I was hoping to. I don't know what's up, I'm really struggling to focus today. I'm kind of bouncing around different things, but I do need... Let's try that again. But I do need to pack some orders, so I may as well get on with that. And then because I have to go out later to pick some things up, so I can post them when I'm out. So big thank yous to Noah, Katie, Sarah and Rhiannon. Thank you so much for your orders, and I am going to get those packaged up right now. Okay. So 4 orders means 4 freebie packs. So we'll get those ready. I'm going to need to round more corners on my freebie bookmarks soon, because this is all I've got left. So yeah, if you don't remember, in a previous vlog I accidentally bought them with square corners, so I've been rounding them myself with my little corner rounder thingy, which isn't the best. It keeps sticking, and I don't know if that's because it's a little old and I need a new one, or if it's just maybe not a very good one. Just trying to center myself a little bit more. Yeah, so those, and we'll need thank you cards. So I know I said I don't know what's up with me, with my concentration and everything, but I do have a suspicion. About a week ago, I ran out of my medication that I take to, you know, generally stabilize myself. And I needed to order more, but they removed it from the app that I use. So I had to like specifically ring up, and I kept forgetting to do that. And the days were going on, and yeah, so I've been off that medication for about a week. So one of the things I need to do today is actually pick it up because it's ready today. But I don't really notice the difference the first couple of days, so I kind of forget that it's an issue. It's only really like a few days in that something might happen that, I don't know, maybe a little trigger, and I realise I'm not as high functioning as I usually am. So last night I was getting really anxious over like a really stupid thing, and I couldn't figure out, like, it was taking me so long to calm down after it. And I was sat there thinking, like, why am I still feeling like this? Like, my heart is still pounding and I feel sick. What's the matter with me? And then I remembered, you haven't taken your medication for over a week. So that was probably the reason. So it may also be what's affecting my concentration today, because I was doing a lot better last week in general. So we'll have to see, hopefully, when I get my prescription back and we can get back on track with things and feel a little better. Ugh. I haven't set myself a deadline with that Huntr artwork. I'm not sure when I should be like aiming to get it done by. Yeah, I don't know. But I should maybe go a little easier on myself. I don't know whether to just calm myself with a bit of like maybe some diamond painting when I get back from posting these. You know, I have to tell myself, like, you know, just focus on the stuff that's urgent right now, and then when we feel better we can get more focused on the other things. I'm struggling even to like put my thoughts into words while I'm talking to you. I'm gonna write these thank you cards though, so I won't be speaking for a little bit in case I write the wrong thing. Here we go. So I always write thank you for your support, and then I sign my name, everything. It's not so bad when I only have like 4 or 5 orders to package at once, like today. But sometimes, like there was a day last week where I had about 12 orders, which was like amazing. But writing out 12 of these cards in one go was quite a lot, and my hand was kind of cramping up. And it took kind of a long time to do it. So I don't know whether I should move to doing it where it's a pre-written message, but then maybe I write the person's name at the top, so it's still kind of like hand personalized with each order. Like I see some businesses do that, where they have like a big card and they write the person's name on it. That would probably save a lot of time. So that's something I could think about. I would have to like obviously like change this design so that it had the actual message in there instead of it just being a blank space. But yeah, it's something to think about. So I always write the message myself, and on the back is like just a little postcard of some artwork. So right, let's have a look then. So the first order for Noah is a Karlak bookmark. Brilliant. Yay. And put her in a protective sleeve. Here she is, by the way, with her ribbon. Just double checking, it's just the one bookmark. It's paid for express delivery. So it's a good job I'm doing it today. It'll get there nice and quick. Thank you, good. Bookmark and bookmark. I'm sandwiching Karlak in between just to give her some extra protection. These are like hard-backed envelopes anyway, so I haven't had any, touch wood, haven't had any issues with people claiming that their items have arrived damaged or anything like that, which is great. The only complaints I've had in the past are items not turning up, which sometimes raw mail just messes up. So I usually just send replacements out straight away. And again, touch wood, it's always been on quite small items. Like I think it's always if it's in one of these envelopes, or rather not if it's in one of these envelopes. It's only ever been things that I send in like one of these envelopes. I thankfully haven't had to replace any more expensive items like journals. So that's good. And I think it could be because the envelope's a little, they're easier to get lost in the post, maybe. I don't know. I don't have very many of these left though. And I do have a lot of these bright pink bubble mailers that I might just use instead, so that, you know, hopefully they're a little easier to keep track of. Right, so the next one is for Katie. And she would like an Astarian keyring. Our most popular keyring. Which means there's only 2 of the Astarian keyrings with the silver keychain left. So once those are gone, I'll be able to list the one with the gold. I would like it if Halson's silver keychains could run out at the same time as well. It would be easier because then I can just take one set of new photos. I need to find better ways of taking photos as well, because the one for the keyrings is a little bit naff, like the group shot of the keyrings. I don't know. I'm not putting too much effort into them at the moment because I know there are other designs on their way, so the group shot keeps getting retaken and replaced with the new one. So once I have Lazel and Minthara, I'll be able to... Well, it's not going to be enough tape. Why did I do that? Once I have Lazel and Minthara's keyrings, I'll be able to put a bit more thought into the image, because then it'll be like permanent. Next, we have a full set of stickers. Yay! And something that I haven't actually sold before is a set of LGBTQ plus D20 earrings. So I'll show you guys those in a little sec. I'm going to get those stickers ready first. I probably need a better organisational system than this. So, like, it might be easier if I keep all the Baldur's Gate ones in a particular order. So we have a Gale, Karlach, Halsin, and underneath Halsin is Will. So that's 4. Then Astarion, Lazel, Shadowheart, and Minthara. So I always lay them out so that I know that I've got all 8 and I haven't doubled up on anybody or anything. Here they are. So we have all 8 little guys there, all looking very nice. And we will get a little baggie to put them in. You know, most of the guys fit in quite nicely that way around, but Minthara, with her being like extra pointy, I have to work a little harder to fit her in. Like, she needs kind of rotating a little bit, so she goes in at a slight angle. There we go. And then let me grab those earrings to write the name on as well. Actually, this is for Sarah. Sarah is a repeat buyer, so thank you, Sarah. Keep all my earrings in this little carry case. I have to remember which container has the pride earrings in. I don't think it's this one. Oh, there we go, some right on top. So it's these D20s, but they are rainbow coloured for Pride. And I have like other flags, so like some trans ones on here as well, and like asexual, bisexual, lesbian, all kinds really. I don't have every single one. I need to get round to doing more of those, maybe like for the next Pride market or something. That would be good. I say the next Pride market. I missed the Pride market this year because it was when I was seeing Lincoln Park. So these, I'm going to put them in a protective baggie so they don't get like scratched or anything. They shouldn't get scratched because they're in their in the plastic what's the word, sleeve anyway, but it's just extra protection in the nail. So there they are, and they look cute. Then we have the stickers, thank you card, and thank you bookmark. So that is all ready for Sarah. Put them there. I'll put the stickers against the hardback part of the envelope so that they have like the most protection, and then anything a little poofy goes against the softer side so that it's easier to like bend over and stuff. Okay, and last but not least, excuse me, last but not least, we have Rhiannon. She has ordered an Astarian keychain. So now I only have one more. Oh, I'm getting the wrong box out. So there's only one remaining Astarian of that particular design with the silver. He's got gold now. He's moving up in the world. There's no difference price-wise. It's literally just a colour change. Okay, those are all packaged up, so now they just need their labels. So I'm going to be doing that now. Then I'll be popping out to run a few errands, and then when I come back I think I will just chill out a little bit and kit up my next diamond painting to try and calm myself a little bit. Hi, so now it is Thursday, and I have to admit I gave myself a bit of a sick day yesterday. Tuesday I wasn't doing so good, and I can't remember if I probably mentioned that I was not on my medication. I am back on it now, just, you know, it needs to get back in the system and everything. But a minor inconvenience caused me to spiral quite a bit, and yeah, I think I went a little bit crazy, and that wore me out, and I needed a recovery day. So I mostly just kitted up a new diamond painting and started working on that. I could show you the one I'm working on actually, because I have the trading card nearby. It's this one by Margaret Morales Chroma. So Diamond Art Club have started sending trading cards out with the kits, and they've got codes on the back, and I think you can redeem them for certain things. I think one of the things you can redeem them for is custom paintings. So I could like upload my own image and get them to make it, which is pretty cool. I also would like the idea of emailing licensing and wondering if they'd be interested in using my artwork anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I've been getting back to it today, trying to stay motivated, and I have pretty much finished Yumi on the Huntrix artwork. So I can just pop that up here. So I'm just going to show you that. I say pretty much finished because I do still need to do the patterns that are on her jacket, but I need to find a decent enough reference to know how they are going to look at the angle that I've drawn her at. I don't know whether I'm 100% convinced on the hand. I don't know if I need to rework that or not, or if it looks a little too like weird and spidery. I don't know. But next I'll just be like working on Mira, who I don't think should take too long because she's kind of, a lot of hers covered by the hair. Like the pose I chose for her kind of covers a lot of her up. But yeah, so that's where I am with the Huntrix artwork. I'm going to take a little break to get a snacky, something for lunch. And then I'm just probably going to be working on it again. I could also work on some save the date cards that I'm designing. We don't have an exact date yet. We have a provisional date. The venue that we really like, we have asked them to hold a date. But obviously until everything's booked, nothing is set in stone or anything. But that's quite exciting. We could be pretty close to having an actual date for the wedding. So I like started designing some save the date cards. I say cards, they're not gonna be cards. I'm thinking of getting them done as magnets so that they can just go in people's fridges and then they don't forget when that date is. So I could work on that design as well if I feel like I need a break from the Huntrix thing. Because I don't know, I feel like I maybe need to work on something a little fresh right now. On one hand, I don't want it like being held over me like as an unfinished piece of artwork, because I know what I'm like. If I leave it too long, I just won't go back to it. I've done that with far too many pieces in the past. So I do definitely want to finish it, even if it's not like perfect, at least it'll be finished. That's my idea, because I haven't done this style in quite a long time, and this like method of rendering is like, I don't know, it's kind of experimental. So if it doesn't turn out to be perfect, that's not the end of the world. It's all just practice really, because I've been doing so many pieces from reference where I've had the exact image of what it needs to look like up here, and then I draw it over here. So there's not really room for error or too much experimentation, because I'm trying to copy it like for like. Whereas with this, I've used a pose reference, and then I'm literally just looking at the character designs themselves to try and create it and make it look similar. But the actual style and everything is all me. But yeah, that style is just so different from what I've been doing with the Baldur's Gate portraits. So that's just to give you a little update on where we are at. I'll catch up again with you guys later. So I have a little confession to make. I got another diamond painting. I ordered this one a little while ago. I know that I have a lot of diamond paintings currently in storage, but she's so pretty. Look at her. She's been on my wish list for a long time. When she released, she went out of stock really quickly. Again, a Margaret Morales piece. They are like some of my favorites. But I thought I would open her up a little bit, because I'm curious, with Diamond Art Club starting to do these trading cards, it's like, oh, I want to know what trading card. Obviously, the trading card is of the artwork, but they have different tiers to them. So this chroma one is actually a bronze. And I think if you save up, you have to save up like 5 bronze, 6 silver and 6 gold cards. And then you can cash those in for a custom diamond painting. So that's why there's different tiers to them. And you can cash in different amounts, different quantities of the tiers for different discounts and things like that. But yeah, I thought, why not open her up and see how she is inside. So something else that I've noticed is they've started packaging things a little bit differently. So now we can pull out and there is this like separate box inside of the box where the diamond painting sits. And the toolkits are a little different from when I last opened one up. So they don't do those cover minders anymore. Those were like these little decorative magnets that you can use to hold the cellophane back. But what I have noticed with the one I'm working on now is they've perforated the cellophane. So you can actually just peel squares off, which is really handy, because I used to just take my my little like scalpel blade and cut along sections that I wanted to do. But that's actually really handy. I like that they are doing that. But it does mean that you don't really need the cover minders as much. So it's mostly for older paintings that you might use those. The pen is completely different now. So what it is, it's this like weird kind of system where if I unscrew this, I'm trying to think, yeah, you can unscrew this, then take that out. Wax goes in here, and then it's like a twisty pen. So I can like twist it, and the wax actually comes out of the pen, almost kind of like a mechanical pencil, but for a wax pen. So you don't have to keep like dipping it. So that's also really interesting. The only thing I find is it kind of rattles a little bit, and I don't want to tighten it too much because that just makes wax come out. So I'm having a hard time, like it kind of comes a bit loose. Maybe it's just that particular pen from that particular kit. You know, this one might be a little bit better. The trays are bigger now. And you get some of that like clear wax that goes inside of the pen, and the usual like heart-shaped wax that I use, and another like multiplacer thingy. I don't usually bother with the little plastic multiplacers because I have like my big metal one that I think it fits 9. I think it's a 9 multiplacer. So I don't really have any reason to use anything other than that particular one. Yeah, that's just the toolkit, how they've changed things up there. The card then comes in a cute little envelope, and we open it up, and there she is, Dark Lilith. So she is another bronze card, and then on the back you have like this code that you can scratch off, and obviously that becomes relevant when I want to cash them in. But yeah, you get these like pretty shimmery cards, and this has made diamond painting a lot more dangerous for me now that there's trading cards involved. Like, oh God, like a few years ago I got addicted to Pokemon cards. Quite bad. I keep thinking I should go back and like finish some of my collections, because one of the sets I was collecting was the Generations set, what they did for like the 20th anniversary or something. And I am only like about 4 or 5 cards away from completing that. And they're not all super rare cards either. So it's like sometimes I think, should I go and like try and complete that set? But anyway, yeah. So adding trading cards always makes things a little more dangerous for me. And then the stickers and things are still there for you to kit up with your bottles. I use little bottles to put the stickers on the top and everything. So that's all still there. It's just interesting how they've like changed things up. So I actually have a lot of kits where these trading cards won't be relevant. I don't know whether the trading cards are just for new kits that they've made since introducing the trading cards, or if all kits now contain them. Because obviously I've been collecting from before the trading cards were a thing, so I have a lot of kits, but I don't have cards for them. But I'm obviously not going to buy the kit again just to get a trading card. I'm not that crazy, I promise. Maybe some people will trade them, because it might just be nice to collect them. Like, you know, maybe after people use their codes and everything, they'll put them up and like trade them or something, just so that I can have them all. But it's really nice artwork on them, and they're all shimmery. But yeah, so I have finished Rumi and started a little bit on Mira. I think I might treat myself by just continuing on with a bit of diamond painting for the rest of the afternoon. It won't be too long before Danny gets home anyway, so I usually clock off then, because I like to sit and talk with him. Ooh, put that making sure it doesn't fall over. Oh, that was something as well. I also bought a bunch of rainbow trays. I do not need more trays. I only use one tray at a time, and the new big trays that they're sending with the kits are really good. But it's like 20 to 25 pounds for regular shipping, or I could spend a certain amount of money and get free shipping, and I was only a little bit away from free shipping. So I bought these. I think this set was about £15, and that meant that I could get free shipping. So I kind of saved money by buying them, really. It was cheaper to buy this set of trays than it was to just pay for regular shipping. Oh. Yeah, I was looking in the accessories section to try and find something to get, and like I don't really need any more pens or stuff. I was trying to think of like, what could I actually buy to push my my basket over into the free shipping threshold. And I thought, well, these trays are kind of cute, and I might not use all of them, but I will use the pink one. So they're all like pastel rainbow colors, so they're all really cute. They have like a lid on the front, and like you can slide that out, and then there's like the stopper for pouring them. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same, just different colors. I won't bore you with showing you all of them, but if you are a diamond painter and you're interested in some nice jumbo colorful pastel trays, then Diamond Art Club is the place to go for those. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of have a bit of a chill out for the rest of the afternoon. I'm still trying to take it a little bit easy with myself. Dan will come home and I will do some dinner. I'm trying to clear stuff out of the freezer, and I found some pork gyros that I think Dan's mum actually gave us because she was clearing out her own freezer. So they've been in there for quite a while, and I thought we should probably use these. Because there's no point in me going out and buying food if there is actually food in there that we could have instead. And I've got to be honest, I just really couldn't be bothered to go out today. So I already have like some salad stuff in the house, so we can have it with these gyros. I'll see how they turn out. I don't really know what a gyro is, I'm being perfectly honest with you. But we will see. It will be an adventure. Okay, so that is probably all from me today. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Are you enjoying the sunshine? I didn't mean to disturb you, madam. Morning, it's Friday, and I've kind of just been doing a bit of diamond painting this morning, and I just wanted to show you the progress of what I've made. So I kind of started from about here and did this square today, and then this is what I've done earlier on in the week. But this is like a really pretty diamond piece that I'm working on, and I'm wondering, because it's a lot smaller than the Kiki's delivery service, I'm wondering if when I get it done, it could go on this wall above my computer, and then I can look at it. Yeah, it is a lot brighter as well in person. I think it's a bit of an overcast day, so the light isn't coming through as nice, but we've got some of these like new like gold drills that I've not used before, and some like silvery ones, so they're like really sparkly. I would love it if I could just do this all day, but at some point I do need to do something productive. So I think I probably need to work more on that Huntr artwork, and I think there's some messages on my Etsy that I need to respond to. So I am going to get going with that. So if you can excuse the wet hair for a moment. Oh, what now? What now? Oh, I only just turned the camera on, baby. He has been a little bit clingy today. He's been wanting a lot of cuddles. And your baby. Are you okay? Oh, big yawn. Can't you sit and cuddle you all day? Oh, I'd love to. Oh, isn't he sweet? Okay. Are you just going to sit here with me? Okay. Maybe we'll tilt the camera a bit, then you can be in frame. So I need to respond to someone on Etsy who has not received their order. This happens a fair amount. I think I mentioned earlier, actually, when I was packaging orders, that sometimes they get lost. But I don't know whether this person has really waited long enough before messaging me. It's past the delivery date that Etsy predicted, but that's not taking into account the whole tariff situation. Now I've got Lucy wanting to come up. What am I gonna do? I've got 2 puppies. They want cuddles. What am I gonna do? Should we give your sister a turn? Hey? I'm gonna go down, Ozzy. Let Lucy come up. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, oh, the life of a working mum. We love you. Oh, we love you so much. Where was I? Yes. So, obviously there's this whole tariff situation in the US at the moment. So it's kind of taking longer for things to get through customs as a result, because things are being checked and whatever. I think actually they're putting some of the tariffs up later this month, and that might impact how, or whether I'm actually able to send things to the US. So I'm really going to have to consider my options there, which would be really crap, because I do make a lot of sales to the US. It's kind of UK and US, and then Europe is my main places. What is that? Is that all? Sometimes she just wants to come up because she can see that he has had some attention. Right, okay then. Down you go. Oh, honestly, kids. So that obviously is not ideal if it affects my ability to sell to the US. Etsy sent out an email with some advice that I need to run through, because there's something you can have duty paid for, prepaid duty or something, through certain couriers. I need to look up. I think they said that Royal Mail is looking into doing it, but they're not doing it currently, and it's Royal Mail that I typically use. So I will need to investigate that. But I'm going off track. Basically, I've had someone who Etsy estimated that it should have arrived last week. So it's a week overdue. But today is 10 business days from the posting date, and 10 business days is typically actually how long it takes. I don't know why the prediction was so early. So really I would have expected it to come possibly today or the weekend. But then it could be longer because of the tariffs. So I don't know whether to see if this person is willing to wait a little longer before I send out a replacement, or if I should just go straight ahead with a replacement. Basically what they've ordered was a bookmark set. So the bookmarks are a pretty good profit margin for me. And I do get sent extras as well. So I don't really feel like I should be losing much. It would just be that posting it comes out of pocket for me. So it's £3.20 to post it. And then obviously if their other package does turn up and they end up with 2, they've kind of looked out there. So I don't know whether to tell them that if it hasn't arrived by Monday, I'll send one out, or if I should just be yeah, I'll send a replacement out. Usually I just say whatever and send replacements. Because touch wood, I've never had it happen with, say, the journals, which I don't have a massive quantity of, and they're quite expensive to make. So that would be quite a big loss if this happened with a journal. But I wonder, I'm starting to think that maybe I should stop using those little like hard-backed envelopes, because it might just be that they are too easy to get lost in transit or whatever, and maybe I should be using those luminous pink bubble mailers, which I was planning to transition over to anyway, but I have a few of those other envelopes left that I was maybe going to use. Yeah. It's a tough decision really, because I want to give the best customer experience. And obviously I don't want people to be waiting a long time for their packages, but I think some people just don't realise that I'm not based in their country. They are receiving something overseas. And with the tariff situation, like that could be slowing things down in the US. I mean, I was listening to a Bailey vlog yesterday, and she's based in Canada, so that's like right next to the US, doesn't have to go overseas or anything. But she mentioned how certain packages have been taking 2 to 3 weeks to actually ship to the US. So if it's taking that long for the US postal service, then I feel like Royal Mail is going to take even longer. Maybe I should just do a replacement. I'll do the replacement now. I don't know whether to create like a little notice on all of my listings, just to like tell people the expectations for packages, just so that they're aware that things are coming from the UK, that I use Royal Mail, and certain wait times that might be expected. I noticed one person on Etsy who's based in the UK put a notice on to say, like, please allow 30 days before contacting me about lost packages, because usually they turn up. And like, yeah, that 9 times out of 10, I think these packages do turn up. Yeah, let's just do a replacement. Then it gives me peace of mind that I've had one sent off, and then hopefully that should arrive, no problem. Because what I've got to remember actually is the bookmarks, they're a low cost item for me. But the bookmark set, like for everything, it's like actually a decent amount of money that they've paid actually. They paid 18. I think they actually bought it before Minthara was available, so I don't know whether to throw Minthara in as a little like peace offering so that they have the full set. So I might do that. These are the envelopes that I'm transitioning to. So I feel like, you know, they're thicker, they're bright pink. I don't know whether that would make it easier to keep track of when they're getting posted and things, but I would just like to think that it would. What I have found is when people have contacted me about lost orders and things, it has always been just the A5 cardboard envelopes. I've thankfully never lost anything bigger than that. So all I can think is that it's just they get slung to the side and misplaced or whatever. That being said, I never do hear from people to say that the original order turned up, so it could be that eventually they turn up anywhere. But whatever, I'm just going to repost that order for them and apologise for the inconvenience. So yeah, I've just rambled to you about a lot of things, but I'm going to get on with that now. Can I just say, this whole tariff situation, and I know I won't be alone in this, everybody will have the same views, but the whole tariff situation is really crappy. Like a crappy thing for President Trump to implement and everything, because he's probably doing it to target like the bigger companies. You know, that like they're probably the main target of things like this, to, you know, that don't pay tax in the US. Like that's the real reason, isn't it? So that people instead are buying from US companies. But it really hurts the small businesses like mine. I mean, mine is practically a micro business at this point. You know, he doesn't think about the little people, because these big corporations probably not as affected as people like me with things like that. But yeah, I do actually have a decent audience in the US. It's probably, it's almost like a 50-50 split for how much I send to the UK and Europe versus the USA. But hey ho, what you gonna do? I'm kind of just hoping that at some point it'll blow over and there'll be reductions or something, and people will find it easier to purchase from overseas. I don't know what kind of tariffs people have to pay on things from the UK as well, because I think the main thing was China. Like, he wanted to reduce stuff coming from China, which a lot of products are made in China, so that affects a lot of things. But I don't know how much you're expected to pay for the UK. But yeah, there is another Baldur's Gate bookmark set. I've put all 8 characters in. Excuse me. So they've got a free Minfara as a bit of a peace offering. And then there's the freebie as well. I need to write a thank you card. Forgotten to do that. I'm running kind of low on these again, which is good. That means that I've made a lot of orders since getting them. And I'm trying to decide what artwork I should put on the back for the next one. These came out a little differently to how I expected. I actually, my old ones were with like a bit of a laminate, so it was more like a leaflet-y kind of feel, whereas this is just like an uncoated card. I thought I had my settings saved on the website where I order these from, but I obviously didn't, and I thought I'd ordered the same thing again, and I don't know, something went wrong. So I need to figure out what that type of paper and coating and everything actually was, and decide what artwork to put on the back, because I don't like to put artwork of stuff that I'm actually selling at the moment, although I don't sell things at this size, so that's not so bad. But I kind of use something that's like an older piece that I don't really sell on the shop, so it's like a little extra bonus item, limited edition print almost. But yeah, I'm gonna write this out. So thank you for your support, Emily. There you go, pretty in pink. Kind of see-through, but that's where I'll put the label. That's just like the artwork from the thank you card showing through anyway. Yeah, I've noticed on the Etsy message, so obviously as a customer you can click if there's a problem with your order and it'll ask for your ideal resolution. They've clicked a refund. I do not like giving refunds because it is too easy to say that your order has not turned up and to ask for a refund, and then, ooh, look at that, you got your order for free. Not to say that everybody is, you know, sneaky and deceitful like that, but I know that there are people out there who would do that. So it's kind of just to account for that. I would rather send out more products. Like, it's less of a loss for me, really, to send out just another product than to refund that person. Because it's like, you know, they've paid money that's helped go towards my business. I might have to put that on there. Like, unfortunately, I cannot offer a refund. Unfortunately. I don't know whether that's something I can do on Etsy and say, like, no refunds, just replacements. Like, the only time I would offer a refund is if I've actually run out of the product. Like, I've refunded postage and things before when people have had to pay too much. You know, I once had trouble with an order on Etsy. I ordered, it was some cute magnetic bookmarks and a keyring, I think, actually. A cute magnetic bookmark for my friend of the characters from Once Upon a Broken Heart. And then I also got like a gag one that was the characters from The Dragon's Bride. because we read that together and as like a bit of a laugh. You know, it's a brilliant work of literature, obviously. But I got a couple of magnetic bookmarks and also a keyring of Azrael and Elaine from Akatar, just for me. And that never arrived. And I waited quite a while and realised, yeah, it hasn't come. And I went to message the shop owner, and they had closed their Etsy shop. It was like on holiday or something. So I managed to find their Instagram and DM'd them and said, hey, like, I never received this. And they were like, oh, do you have the order number? So I sent them that. And then I never heard anything back. And then they pretty much ghosted me. So I've never actually gone back to check if that shop is still open, if it's like gone off holiday or anything, but that was a bit dodgy. So I just lost money there because I didn't really chase it up with Etsy or anything. I kind of really forgot about it. And then, yeah, I worry about confrontation and stuff. But yeah, I kind of hoped that person would, I don't know, get back to me. So yeah, I don't want to name and shame. I don't even remember the name of the shop to be able to do that. But got to be careful, I guess, of who you order from sometimes. It looks like I just got a sale though. Oh, and a Starian journal. Lovely. And that is to the UK. So hopefully no issues with that arriving. Okay, and I've got a Carlac keyring order. So while I'm here packaging up some orders, I might as well do those as well. I'm going to need to make more freebie stickers because now I officially only have 5 of these little like coffee cup ones. I'm out of the books and out of the potions. So I don't know whether to use this as an excuse to do some new designs. Not make new designs, but pick some new designs to do as freebies. Because I was doing those as like a set of 3, kind of like a bit of a way to advertise the full set that you can get of these stickers. Oscar's just walking around in the background. Do you see him? What's he up to? Oh, he's just laid down. Okay. That was a little anticlimactic, I'm sorry. But yeah, because I do a larger set of those stickers where they're printed a bit bigger, and there's like 14 total designs in the set. So it's quite big. But I decided to, like, because they're cute designs, I could like print little ones out and give as freebies. But with me only having 5 of those little coffee cups left, I could look at some of my other sticker designs and create something for the freebie packs. So that's probably something I should work on today. And the bookmark thing in there. In the pretty pink envelope. I love these pink envelopes. They're just so bright. You're not going to lose them. So I'm kind of panicking a bit because after today, I've only got 1 week of the summer holidays left. It's flown by this year. I feel like last year it got to this point and it was dragging. I don't think I had as much going on. I had started the business, but it wasn't as in full swing as it is now. I mean, so Jihisha, thank you so much for your order. And Emily, thank you so much for your order. I will get those posted out to you today when I head out. I've got a little appointment to get to later. It's just at the doctor's, a routine thing. Pretty boring. You know, I felt a bit out of sorts this week. And do you know what it is? I haven't done a to-do list this week. I usually always do a little to-do list on my Bailey J stationery pad. And I'm looking around and I don't know where I've put it. Oh, no, that's the planner pad. Found it. Yeah, so I'm kind of running low on these pages, so I should probably buy a new one soon. I have been eyeing up some of the stock that she's making at the moment, because she started doing made to order embroidery stuff, so I could get some of the designs I like on the whatever colour I like. I really like the Luna Moth design. I kind of want that. But yeah, so I normally do a whole to-do list and it kind of keeps me on track. I don't always stick to it. Sometimes I go off and do other things, or I bite off more than I can chew, basically. Put too much on the list and then I can't keep up with it. But usually it keeps me a little bit more focused. Yeah, so I think I should be doing that more. That might be why I felt so iffy this week. There's also been the issue with the medication, hasn't there? So I started biting my nails again as well. I was doing so well at growing them, and I thought like, oh, I've cured myself. I don't bite my nails anymore, because it was risky, but I hadn't painted them for a while. Because normally when I paint them, I don't bite them. But if they're bare, that's where it's more tempting. And again, I don't know if it's just because I've been so like, I don't know, like up and down this week, whether that's been the reason why I've started biting them again. But they're not too terrible. This one's pretty bad. I've gone quite short on that one. But yeah, I'm wondering if I should put on some press-ons today, like some glue on nails, to try and protect them. And just make them look a little neater. Might do that. So I've been working on making freebie stickers, and I decided to go with some mini Ouija planchettes. So this is an older design that I actually made into earrings, but I've just made some like itty bitty stickers. I'm thinking as well, I could just do one sticker per order that comes in. It might have been a bit overkill to give 3 stickers out as a freebie. I'm just so generous. Like, I just love to give. But yeah, like when I think about it, it's not it's obviously not cost effective because I'm not making anything on them. It's just like a little nice present that I like to give with all of my orders. So I think, you know, 1 sticker and 1 bookmark is already pretty sweet, you know. I mean, I don't have to give anything out for free. It's just because I like to. So I think I might need to change the blade on my Cricut. It's not quite cutting all the way through, so I've just been like popping them out of the sheet and then trying to clean up some of the edges. It's not the end of the world if they're not perfect, because like I say, they're a free sticker. I'll obviously change my blade and see if that's what the problem is before I make any more of my serious stickers. But that's just what I'm doing now. You see how like sometimes the paper hasn't cut all the way through, and then you peel it away and you end up with these jagged bits. So I've just got to get rid of all of that.
아무 말 없이 떠나간 너는 시간 속에 사라진 그림자 같아. 붙잡고 싶은 마음 하나로 오늘도 난 너를 불러본다. 잊으려 해도 지워지지 않아. 너의 이름 그 숨결까지도 계절이 몇 번을 바뀌어도 너 없는 하루는 익숙하지 않아. 아무렇지 않은 척 웃다가 그리움이 눈을 적신다. 잊으려 해도 지워지지 않아. 너의 눈빛 그 마지막 순간 단 단 한 번 꿈에서라도 너와 줄 수 있다면 숨결 끝에서 너를 불러서 기억 속에 남은 너의 목소리. 이 밤이 아무리 길다 해도 난 끝내 널 보내지 못해. The silence, but now it feels too cold. Since you've been around, even quiet has its warmth.
너와 함께한 날들이 쌓일수록 혼자 있던 시간이 낯설어져. 창문 밖 바람도 같지만 이젠 그 안에 네 온도가 스며있어. 무심하게 웃던 네 말투 문득 생각나면 괜히 미소 지어. 예전엔 안무였는데 너로 인해 감각을 되찾은 듯해. You're my body temperature, keeping me steady, holding me near. I didn't know I was cold until you made me feel clear. Your voice, your breath, the way you say my name. It's not fire but it's warmer than anything I've ever known. 네 손끝이 스친 그 순간부터 내 하루의 온도가 달라졌어. 뜨겁지도 차갑지도 않은 딱 편안함이란 말이 어울리는 너. 나란히 걷는 거리 위 굳이 말 안 해도 닿는 공기. 사랑이란 감정이 이렇게 조용히 스며드는 줄 몰랐지. I don't need the sun when I'm wrapped in your touch. It's not dramatic but it's true. You're the warmth I never knew. You're my body temperature, keeping me steady, holding me near. I didn't know I was cold until you made me feel clear.
Hi, so I have just finished the Huntr fan art that I started, and yeah, I'm just going to throw it up here so you can see it. So I included some footage of me rendering out Mira there, and then off camera I just fussed about with some lighting effects and things. I wanted it to look like one of those cheesy like pop band posters, like it might be advertising one of their concerts or something. So that was the vibe I was going for. So yeah, it's very bright and colourful. I'm gonna have to see how it prints, because I haven't fully decided if I want to use it as a product or just as a bit of fun stuff for my social media. But yeah, there it is. It's all done. So next week I am gonna want to start looking at actually creating some products, I think. So some like bookmark designs and things like that. But I think I've figured out the kind of art style I want to use for it and the rendering style that I want to use. So we should all be good for that. But with that, I am going to end the vlog here. So thanks again for joining me this week, and I will see you guys next time.